All right, welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive into A Course in Miracles.
Definitely. Looking forward to uncovering more wisdom.
Today, we're tackling Lesson 21.
I am determined to see.
Powerful stuff. We're not just summarizing the Cortiantic anymore. We're really going deep to see how we can actually apply it,
Yeah.
in our everyday lives.
Absolutely.
So Lesson 21, I am determined to see. What does that even mean?
Well, it's interesting how it builds on the previous lesson, lesson 20, right?
Right.
Which was all about detaching from judgment, like recognizing when the ego is kind of running the show.
Ah, the
Well,
ego, that pesky ego.
exactly. In A Course in Miracles, the ego is that part of our minds that's all about fear and separation.
Yeah, it's always trying to tell us what's wrong with everything and everyone.
Right. And lesson 20 is about becoming aware of those judgments. But lesson 21 takes it a step further.
Okay, so we're not just noticing the judgments, we're actually doing something about them.
Exactly. Lesson 21 encourages us to actively choose a different perspective, to shift from the ego's limited view to what the Course calls the Holy Spirit's vision.
The Holy Spirit's vision. Sounds pretty lofty. What does that even look like?
It's about seeing with love and understanding. It's about recognizing the inherent worth and goodness in everyone and everything, even when it's hard to see.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So it's not about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring problems. It's about choosing to see things through a different lens.
Precisely. It's like putting on a different pair of glasses. The world doesn't actually change, but our experience of it does.
So how do we actually do that? I mean, it's one thing to say, I'm going to see things differently, but how do we actually make that shift happen?
Well, that's where the whole I am determined to see part comes in. It takes effort. It takes a conscious decision to look beyond the ego's judgments and choose a more loving perspective.
Okay, I'm with you so far, but can you give me a real life example? I'm a bit more of a concrete thinker.
Sure. Let's say you're stuck in traffic.
Right.
Totally frustrating situation. Your ego might start getting all worked up.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well. Road rage waiting to happen.
Right. Honking the horn, getting angry at the other drivers.
Yep, sounds familiar.
But lesson 21 invites us to take a breath
Okay, take a breath.
and choose to see the situation differently.
Okay, so instead of getting all road raging.
Exactly. Maybe you use that time to listen to a podcast.
Ooh, like this one.
Exactly. Or maybe you use that time to just be present, to appreciate the sky, to notice the trees. You can even use that time to practice forgiveness.
Forgiveness. For the other drivers, that's a tough one.
It can be challenging, but it's incredibly freeing. It's about releasing the anger and resentment that's only hurting you.
So instead of seeing the traffic jam as a personal attack,
Right, you choose to see it as an opportunity to practice patience.
and maybe catch up on some great podcasts.
Exactly. It's a subtle shift, but it can make all the difference.
It reminds me of that idea from the Course that miracles are really just shifts in perception.
Absolutely. It's not about magical events, but about choosing to see things with love and understanding.
And when we do that, we experience more peace and joy in our lives.
Right. And it's not about being perfect, right? We're all human.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're all going to have those moments where the ego takes over. But the key is to notice it, to become aware of those judgments and consciously choose a different perspective.
This is all starting to make sense, but I'm wondering, is there any kind of practical exercise our listeners can use to help them with this whole I'm determined to see thing?
Actually, there is. There's a really powerful visualization exercise in Lesson 21 that I love. It's incredibly simple, but don't let that fool you. It's incredibly effective.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Basically, you find a quiet place, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. As you inhale, imagine breathing in pure white light.
Pure white light. Okay.
This light represents love, peace, and healing. Visualize that light filling your entire mind, washing away any negativity, any fear, any judgment you might be holding on to. And then, as you exhale, just let go of those negative thoughts and feelings.
It sounds so simple, but I can already feel how calming that would be.
It's all about consciously choosing how you want to see the world. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes.
So to recap, Lesson 21 is all about recognizing that perception is a choice,
Absolutely.
and that by choosing to see things through the lens of love and understanding, we can create more peace and joy in our lives, and even experience those miracles of positive change.
Beautifully said.
And don't forget that visualization exercise.
Yeah.
It's a great tool to have in your back pocket whenever you need a little perception reset.
Definitely. It's a powerful way to connect with the love and peace that's always within you.
That's it for our deep dive into Lesson 21. We hope you found it insightful. Be sure to join us tomorrow for the next lesson. See you then.
See you tomorrow.